So, we don't talk about the heroes who wear capes in this community because they go underneath the radar. And you're probably looking at what is on my screen right now, and you read the title and you're going, "What? There's no way. Impossible." So YCS Pasadena was a week and a half ago. It was the last American YCS, and I got a message in my inbox from Jet Xiao, and he was like, "Hey, I heard you like rogue stuff." I'm like, "Yeah, I do." He's like, "All right." So I got 49th place at Pasadena. And he's like, "I played Cubics." Well, Robbie is like, "What?" How does that actually work? I didn't get much other instruction on this other than, "Hey, my guy, I got 49th place with Cubics." So we're going to go through Jet's list here. We're going to talk about why Cubics are a viable deck. Never thought I'd say those words. So, oh boy, it's all got to do with Crimson Nova, the Dark Cubic Lord. So this is your lifeline. I do think that this is the best card that this deck has. And I'm sure many of you have seen Mega Capital G videos where he's just clapping people with this card. So this cannot be normal summon or set. You must be special summoned by revealing 3 cubic cards. And by the way, it has to be 3 other. In your hand with different names, by the way. So enjoy that condition. And cannot be special summoned by other ways. It's unaffected by other monsters' activated effects whose original attack is 3,000 or less. And then when this attacking card destroys a monster by battle, you can activate this effect. If this card can make a second attack during this battle phase. And each player takes 3,000 life points during the end phase. So you get 2 attacks off on this, deal 6,000 damage to your opponent somehow. You can ping them for 3,000. Or 5,000. Whatever. 5,000 damage over something. This card will allow you to just cheese games. And which brings up the option here of going second cubics. I like it. So, of course, we have triple copies of our boss monster. Alright. No reason not to be playing this. And then we have 1 Buster Gondel, the Cubic Behemoth. Once again, cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned by sending 3 cubic monsters you control to the graveyard. Cannot be special summoned by other ways. If it's summoned by this way, this card gains 3,000 attack. This card can make a second and third attack during each battle phase. And this card is possession sent to the graveyard by opponent's card effect by battle. Or card effect. You can target up to 3 cubic monster graveyards, special summon them. And you get to add 1 cubic card from your deck to your or graveyard to your hand. So this guy just splits apart, does his job. That's what we always good for. Then we have 1 copy of Dark Garnex, the Cubic Beast. Once again, can't be normal summon or set. You have to send 1 cubic monster to control the graveyard. Okay, I'll accept that. If summoned this way, this card goes to 1,000 attack. The card destroys a monster by battle. Target up to 2 Vijam, the Cubic Seed, in your graveyard. So this card to the graveyard, if you do, special summon them. Then you get to add 1 Blade Garudia, the Cubic Beast, which is our other friend over here. Oh, no, excuse me, that's Vulcan. I never remember which one Blade is. Whatever. Oh, that's Buster. Dang cubic cards. Why are you all like this? Okay, so anyway. So, Gyra Indoria. Alright, so for the most part here, you just need to understand when you're looking at cubics, they all just are like, split apart. Remerge. It's an interesting concept in the long run. So since we're going second deck, we got to stick that Denka Seka on the field because we don't want to lose to those ever so pesky back row cards. And I'll be honest with you, back row cards are one of the reasons why this deck has issues. I mean, we're going second anyway, so. Now we have triple copies of Duza, the Meteor Cubic. So normal or special, you get to send a cubic card from your deck to the graveyard. And once per turn during either player's turn, if a monster was sent to the graveyard, this turn while this card is face up in the field, this guy can gain 200 attack. So basically it just goes to an 1,800 attacker for each different name of card in your graveyard to the end of the turn. Then we care about, we can drop off this into the monster gate and mill off stuff. Then we have 1 Gira Goulet, the Cubic King. So send 1 cubic monster to the graveyard, gains 800 attack. This card is special summoned by this effect. You get to ping your opponent for 800. At the end of the damage step, you get to bring out 2 little seeds. Alright, pretty good. We have 1 copy of Indora, the Volt Cubic Emperor. I love how all these guys are like Cubic Kings or something. So, you have to send 3 Cubic cards to control the graveyard, and cannot be special summoned by the ways. So if this card is summoned, this guy goes 2400. If this card is special summoned from your hand, inflict 800 damage to your opponent. If this card in its possession sends the graveyard by battle or card effect of the opponent, you get to revive 3 cubics, and then you get to add a cubic card from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So you get recursion on that. So, also have triple gamma for defense. And this is basically the heart and soul of our deck. So this thing can't be destroyed by battle. At the end of the damage step, this card battle an opponent's monster. You can place this card face up in your spell and trap card zone. And if you do, place 1 cubic counter on an opponent's monster. Monsters with a cubic counter cannot attack. Also negate their effects. And if this face-up card is treated as a continuous spell and trap card by this effect, during a main phase, you can special summon this card from your spell and trap card zones. Basically, the seed just gets to revive itself. And the whole premise of this deck is revolving around multiple seeds. We have the 1 Vulcan. So, sending 2 cubic monsters to control the graveyard, gains 1600 attack. Special summon from the hand, ping your opponent for 800. At the end of the battle, target up to 3 Vijam, the cubic seed from your graveyard. Send this card to the graveyard, and if you do get to special summon them, then you get to add Indoria, the Doomvolt Cubic Emperor, from your deck to your hand. So you do get a lot of that index searching that you really want to see in a deck like this. Now, we have 1 driver because we need the protection off of this. Because if they stop our search to get to our boss monster, we're going to have a bad time. Alright, so we have triple copies of Cubic Karma. Alright, so when this card is activated, target 1 cubic monster you control except for Vijam, the cubic seed. Send any number of Vijam, the cubic seed, from your hand to the graveyard. Okay. During your opponent's turn, if Vijam, the cubic seed, is special summoned by the effect of a cubic monster, send this card to the graveyard, and if you do, have your opponent's life points. We don't care about any of that. You can banish this card from your graveyard to add 1 cubic monster deck to your hand. That's all we care about for this. I mean, if you actually hard use this effect, alright. But the thing we care about with Karma is just Foolish Barrel gets it out to turn it into a Rhoda. And we play triple copies of Cubic Waves. You can target 1 cubic monster you control and face up monster opponent controls. The attack of the monster you control becomes double its current attack, and if it does, the attack of the monster your opponent controls becomes half its current attack. So you just literally get to Ryoko it. Then you can banish this card from the graveyard, any number of cubic monsters from the graveyard. Target face up monster your opponent controls equal to the number of banished cards and place cubic counters on them. Monsters with cubic counters cannot attack, and their effects are negated. Pretty good. Then we have triple Foolish Barrel Goods for Karma. 1 monster gates turbo into, literally any of our good cards. Then we have 1 Desires and 2 Extrab. Triple Twin Twister, and then we have triple copies of Unification of the Cubic Lords. So, the only thing we're doing with this is we're going for the second effect, but you can fusion summon 1 cubic fusion monster from your X deck by using monsters from your hand or graveyard. We don't play any of that stuff. But you can banish this card from your graveyard, special summon 1 level 4 lower cubic monster from your hand or deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. And it can't be destroyed by battle or effect this turn. So, level 4 or lower, friends. You get access to all the good ones you could ever actually need. So Foolish Barrel Goods is literally the best card in your deck. You get a Rhoda and you get a Revival off of this. It just stinks that if you hard draw this, the only real out you have is to drop it off of Twin Twister, because you don't actually hard play the fusion. Now, that being said, the extra deck down here, we have 1 Pentastag, 1 Abermax, 1 Linkuriboh, 1 Unicorn, 1 Phoenix, 1 Cerberus, 1 Masquerena. Then we have the 1 Darkness Metal Dragon. This thing actually was interesting to see playing here, just for more revival. 1 Borreload, 1 Soldier of Chaos, 1 copy of the Dreadnought, 1 Super Dora Cannon, 1 Dugress, 1 Dreadnought, and 1 copy of Gaga Cowboy, just in case you find yourself in time. Then we have triple Lancia, triple Ash Blossom, triple Nibiru, triple Hatrunade, and triple copies of Red Reboot, wrapping up Jet's list. Now, that all being said and done, everything revolves all around the big guy, the big Crimson Nova, the Dark Cubic Lord. I think there's potential here. We've seen it. It's very rare, but we've seen this deck come out of the woodwork every blue moon, kind of bypassing a lot of the cultural norms that we've seen in the format, and actually doing something. And it is quite nice. So, what do you guys think about Jet's list? I think 49th place is quite nice at a YCS. It's definitely worth talking about. And for those of you out there that are like, wow, cubics, well, there you go. All right, guys, this is all I got for this dark for a while. Please leave a comment down below to me what you guys think. Well, guys, I'm out. Peace. The ride never, well, truly ends. Thank you, patrons. Without you guys, I don't know what I'd be wearing in these videos. I might be a truffle shuffle incident all over again. Guys, please also check out Vanquil40 for some awesome Vanguard content. Some other interesting stuff you might find up here on the left or in the description as well. Thanks for watching.